Hey, this is Scott Smith, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Reiki. I had a client today, and we were going over a review of Reiki and practicing some of the meditations and empowerments, and even playing with some of the various techniques from different traditions to explore Reiki further. And she asked me if I could record some meditations for her so that she had something to refer back to. I've planned to do this for some time, but I haven't done it just because the need hasn't been there. And I honestly have a lot of projects, and so some of those get pushed to the front as far as getting done, such as writing, whereas other recorded meditations, which I do have great interest in expanding the Reiki library, get pushed to the back because they're less asked for at the moment. And I'm not currently teaching any big Reiki classes. I just hadn't got to it. So today, when my friend and student was here and we had the discussion and she had mentioned that she would appreciate the recordings, I thought to myself, well, there's the need, so that I should probably sit my butt down and do some recordings of meditations. So there will be two versions of this. There is the longer audio version the video version that you will have here, which you will probably see on YouTube or Vimeo. And then there will be a recording I will make with my phone that will be available on the SoundCloud that will be the meditation only. So it depends on what you're looking for and how much of me you want as far as my instruction goes. Today we're going to start with the meditation called Gassho, which is two hands coming together, and the way that it's prefaced in the book that I have put together, this manual for teaching Reiki as a starting practice with Gassho, one of the fundamental tools in working with Reiki in my experience. Meditation, listening to the energy is achieved through one of the mudras we can use. This is what we can do with our hands as a way to activate different states of consciousness. In Gassho, some might say namaste, some might call it prayer hands. There's this hands coming together, and this is a way to bring both sides of our dualistic thinking or bring our energy together in a harmonious way for meditative, or in the case of Reiki, healing purposes. So that's what we have here today. This is a short video and again, audio recording, depending on where you're listening to this, to discuss and perform for you the Gassho meditation. And I invite you to participate with me, and I will walk through each of the points of interest, I guess you would say, in the meditation prior to actually doing it. So when I do this meditation, always do this meditation before I do Reiki, because it is a way for me to put myself in my right mind, body, and heart, so that I am available to listening to what the Reiki energy would like to do. As a facilitator, as a conduit for that healing energy, I am, you are, as a Reiki practitioner, tapping into the healing flow and bringing connection and access to that energy in your world for whoever it is that you're working for. This includes yourself, as you can give Reiki to yourself. I had someone read the book who is not a Reiki practitioner and had asked if it was practices that they could adopt into their own energy practice, and absolutely. Gassho is not limited to Reiki. In fact, it existed long before the modern practices of Reiki, and so these meditative techniques can be used in any kind of energy work that you are working with. I would say, so long as it is a listening type of experience that you're doing, where you refer to maybe your intuition or the guidance of a divine energy like Reiki, to guide your hand and to assist you with the healing process. So as within all of my meditations, I like to tell people to begin, is your body okay? Are you hydrated? Have you gone to the bathroom? Are you fed? In other words, do you have anything in your immediate needs that needs to be taken care of, do that first. It's going to be more conducive to a good meditation experience if you don't have to pee through the whole thing, right? So, have some water, maybe have a piece of fruit, something to sort of bring your mind at ease to your basic needs and what you might be distracted by as far as body functions go. And then also find the right position for your meditation. I'm sitting in a chair, and I got a very comfortable chair, during the last couple of years because I was sitting and Zooming so much. I kind of upgraded my sit game. So I encourage you to be in the position that's most conducive to you to really focus on listening and receiving without being distracted by anything else. So just as I suggest to take care of your, body needs, also take care of your body comfort. I don't think that the body and mind are separate. I think that these are one things. And so if we're sitting in discomfort for this type of meditation, that's not as conducive, I think, as it could be if your body was in a comfortable position. I encourage that as you practice any energy kind of work, that you adjust the table height if you're using a table, position chairs and things that you need so that you're not hunched over or reaching across or putting your posture in any sort of extended position for a long period of time, because this can be not only bothersome to you as you might try to hold your arm above someone for a long period of time while you're doing energy work, but it's also just bad for the musculature and fascia of the body. You can do repetitive strains or hyperextension, by holding your arms or your hands in some sort of way. This can bring pain and discomfort to the body, and it's best to just avoid that. You don't need that, right? We're doing something here that's kind of an assisted meditation for whoever we're working with, and that includes ourselves. So what's the position that you can be in to best relax, right? So I'm sitting in my chair. My back is relatively straight. I am respecting the curvature of my spine. I'm not trying to force myself into a rigid position. Respecting the curve of my spine, because I do have a bit of a curved spine. I allow myself to be comfortable in this position, and it allows me to focus on the path of energy through my body, the central column, the spinal column, or the median line through our body, which in various traditions is seen as a pathway for energy, and in the way that I teach Reiki is as well. So this is where a conduit of consciousness, of light, moves up and down through our body, through which we can access that channel of Reiki and pass it to others, or to which we can tune into to bring harmony, balance, and centeredness to ourself. So once you've established that you're in a comfortable position, your legs may be crossed. Some people that is uncomfortable. I sit in what is called the Egyptian pose, and I learned this from Western esoteric magic and paganism, which is my feet are flat on the floor. My arms are comfortably resting on the arms of my chair for now, and I am comfortable enough in my body that I feel no pain or discomfort in the way that I am sitting. Some of you may be saying, how could you possibly feel pain while you are sitting? You never know. Everybody's body's different, so I just want to emphasize the comfort in the body. So once you're in this position, you just want to check in with yourself to see that you're ready to meditate. So what do I mean by that? What's going on in your own mind? If you have a lot that's going on in your mind, I don't want you to exclude that from what we're about to do. I think that when we do energy work, we do any sort of thing in which we are stirring the unseen energies around us, this will in turn stir what is within us. Some people think that when they meditate, they're trying to avoid the things that are in their mind and put them aside. But actually, I think when we do energy work, that as conduits, it runs through us. So this can sometimes stir it up within us. And rather than try to avoid it, include it in the flow of the energy so that it can experience some of the liberating qualities of Reiki, so that you can experience some of the liberating qualities of Reiki and have that release of the healing energy. Because as a conduit, the energy flows through you. This is one of the benefits of it. And one of the benefits of meditation, which is attention to what is arising as you sit, and in some way using a tool, which we will use breath, attention, and Gassho, two hands coming together, to keep the focus upon the meditation and allowing these things to pass through us, in this case, through the meditative mind and the Reiki, so that we are clearer conduits, that we are more receptive and open to where this intelligent energy would like to go. And ultimately, that would be my point of Gassho, right? So the last thing that I would say in that is that in this meditation, we're going to hold our hands together. Ideally, it's at heart level. So as you can see, my hands, my thumbs are resting against my breastbone, and my hands are slightly apart. I'm not pushing together hard. I'm not trying to squeeze the energy together. I'm giving a little space. As I was thinking about this meditation and preparing for my client today, I was reminded that the hands together in this way are kind of like a little pagoda. It's kind of like a temple. It's the temple of the hands. It's the temple of the heart. And bringing them together this way not only brings both sides of our body together and create a circuit of this heart energy, right, for us. It also creates a little sacred space in our hands there to hold the energy as is transmitted in meditation. So we're going to hold this for a while. Some people may have ability challenges as far as holding their hands this way. It is not essential that they are at the heart level. If you cannot hold your hands at this level, visualizing them there, or visualizing a equally conducive idea as to what Gassho could be as a little temple in front of you in your hearts, if you don't have if you can't do that, right? Like if you can't bring your hands together in front of your heart that way, what could you imagine there? You know, a sacred circle, a box, visualized hands, or a small temple, a triangle, some sort of shape or container that would encapsulate both sides coming together and create that sacred little vessel in front of your heart, right? During the Gassho meditation, as instructed in the book, we will do a little relaxation. We will go back and forth to each side of our body, feeling that left and right and the balance of that, feeling the above and the below and feeling the balance of that, and feeling our heart's light and the light in our hands and feeling the balance between that, and then opening up to this Reiki energy and allowing it to pour through us. And essentially, the practice there is to put you in that state of contemplative reception so that you can feel and perceive that the way the energy wants to flow for you, right? So this is the way that our energy is going to flow. This is the procedure of the meditation, and I invite you to find that relaxed position for yourself. If you need to take a moment to take a break, to tend to any body needs, this would be the perfect moment for that now, as we are about to start this meditative session. Again, you do not need to do Reiki. You don't need to have a Reiki empowerment to do this meditation. Gassho is part of the Reiki experience, but is not exclusive to the Reiki experience, and the gesture is universal to most of humankind. In some way, shape, or form, it has been used in acknowledgments of respect, in prayer, in energy practices, and in other contemplative things. It's a universal mudra or hand symbol gesture for sacred purpose. So go ahead and pause if you need to. Otherwise, we will begin the meditation, which is the Gassho meditation. So in your comfortable meditative position, whatever is most conducive for your body, in which you are, if able, to be in an upright position so that your head is pointed to the sky and your hips towards the earth. this is not a possibility for you, doing your best approximation in your mind to imagine how the energy would move through the heavens, down through your head and through your body, and up through your lower body, the heart and head, and to the heavens. This is that channel through us as meditative beings. Take a nice deep breath in and breathe into the upper body, meaning visualize the breath coming through and into the head, neck, and shoulders, and into the upper chest. And just imagine that you're taking a breath in, and even though physically you're not breathing into those spaces, you are filling that space with oxygen. Hold it as long as you can, not till it's painful, and release the breath, allowing the energy, which is your attention, that is focused on the head, neck, and shoulders, to exhale and release the attention, releasing the breath down through the body. So breathing in, filling up the head, neck, shoulders, and the upper chest with oxygen. Feeling that fullness and releasing. And as you do, releasing tension. Feeling the oxygen as it oxygenates your body, breathing in again. It's okay if you're breathing in other spaces, just that the attention is on the upper body at the moment. Exhaling, releasing all that does not serve. Just notice the shift in your awareness. And now we're going to breathe a little deeper. We're going to breathe into the heart center, that place which is in the center of your chest. So we're going to breathe in, and in the same way, we're going to fill up our chest in that area, and also fill up the head, neck, and shoulders, so that that part of our body, that roughly half above, is full of oxygen and attention. And then exhale, and as you do, release that oxygen and tension down through the body, letting go of any tension, letting go of anything that does not serve. Breathing in, filling up the head, neck, and shoulders, filling up the heart space, and exhaling, releasing all that does not serve, releasing any tension. Once again, breathing in the same way. Energy follows breath and attention. Exhale, release all that does not serve. And if at first it doesn't feel like it does very much, remember it's a practice and it grows as you grow with it. Breathing in again, breathing down into the full belly breath, imagining the oxygen filling up the hips. And feeling that as you hold it, releasing it as you release any tension from the lower body. Breathing in again and just filling up the whole body all the way to the hips. Release. Release all that is unwanted and does not serve you in this meditative moment. And a third breath, breathing fully into the lower body. Filling up the lungs, filling up the whole self, oxygenating the system, holding it for a moment to feel the tension, and then releasing it when you're ready, releasing that tension. Very good. And now we're going to focus on the Gassho meditation, so bring your hands together in front of your chest, if at all possible. If not, remember to use a meditative focus, something you visualize or imagine. Holding that attention in this way, feeling both sides coming together, both hands coming together. Left to right, they come together. And you may adjust that hold. You may adjust that feeling until it feels proper and right for you. It's not to say to fidget or to try to find the right position, but just allow yourself to rest in that Gassho. Feel the left and right of the hands as a balance between the left and the right in the body. A balance between the left and the right in the hands is a balance between the left and the right in the body. Closing your eyes if they are open, just imagining that the sensation of the two hands resting together is like the two sides of the mind resting together. As the fingers are gently laying against one another, so too does either side of the mind rest together. And so the left and right temple, the left and right eye and brow, and don't overthink it, the left and right cheek and ears, comfortably resting together, comfortably coming together, the left and right jaw and nostril. Feeling the left and right of the neck and shoulder. And if at any point that you're doing this, you feel like you need to adjust yourself in small ways to achieve that balance, that's okay. That's correct. Adjust your body as you feel it. You may roll your shoulders in this place if that feels more helpful to you. Just returning to that resting of the left and the right together. Feeling the shoulders into the breast, that harmony between the right and left lung. The left and right in the chest, the ribs. Feeling your heart in that center. The heart behind the hands, or whatever your visualization focus is. Feel the balance of that resting together come together in the hips, allowing yourself to sink into wherever you are. As either side of the navel and the belly, allowing the belly to relax. No judgment here. Whatever that means for you, those two sides resting together comfortably, like the hands resting together. Through the hips, the knees, and lower body, resting together. Allowing yourself to just feel that whole self, whatever your whole self is, on either side. Mirroring the hands as a meditative focus, or mirroring your meditative focus of both sides coming together. Not as a push or a tension, but simply as a resting. Peacefully coming together. And this is the basics of Gassho here, but we take it a little further in this meditation. If you wished to just continue with this form of Gassho meditation, then we would begin to allow the energy to speak to us. But I like to bring a little balance and feel the earth below me, That means wherever you are, just imagining the soil and the dirt and the rocks, trees and mushrooms and little living things, which includes the buildings and everything we built upon it. And just visualizing, feeling, or imagining the curve of that earth, that horizon line. And letting that horizon line meet us at heart level. Just feeling the earth, however we visualize or understand it. There is no wrong way here. Just whatever the earth is in your perception, the way that it occurs in your consciousness is correct. And then feeling the air above you in the sky. The white clouds, the birds, the leaves in the wind, the sunlight. The stars, moon, the planets, the sun, whatever constitutes your view of the world above. And that meeting at the heart level and joining that earth energy, so that the left and the right are in harmony within our bodies. And the heaven and the earth are in harmony in our heart and in our hands. And however that settles for you, however you visualize it, however it comes to feel right for you, is correct. And we feel that heart, that is our heart, yours and mine, in that place of balance between the left and the right, the above and the below. Between the world within, where we are sensing and perceiving and visualizing this, and the little temple of our hands, or our chosen visualization focus in front of our heart. So that the heart and the hands are in harmony, and through the hands, the left and the right are in harmony, and through the heart and the body, the above, the sky, and the below, the earth are in harmony. Just allowing any tension you feel to let go into this experience to whatever degree that you can. And now we call upon the Reiki energy. Some people perceive that as above, and in the kanji it does appear to be dictated as it is something that rains down upon us. And so we'll use that for now as the visualization. We just allow that there is, in our minds, that is, we allow that there is a healing energy that is universal, that comes from the sky and rains down upon us. And it more comfortably and easily moves through us as we have this balanced position with the Gassho. Sometimes it is helpful to imagine it as a sun or a light or a brightness that moves through the atmosphere of the earth and gains potency in the healing energies of the earth itself. That crowns or coronates our energy field so that the top of our head begins to pulse and a flow of energy moves down through the center of us and over the top and around us, down through the center of our minds, following that pathway of energy, down through our throat and over our body, through our heart space where this balance between within and the without, above and below, and the left and right is achieved. It flows down through our body to the very base of our spine, and through our feet or lower body connects to the earth energy. It also flows up from the earth, this healing energy, through our bodies into our heart, where again we center everything through the heart. At least at this level, we feel it through the heart and the hands. The heart and the hands. Just perceive that energy in whatever way that you do. Each of us perceive energy differently through our senses, different clairs, different sensations. Notice what comes up in your mind or in your body as you do this. For me, when this occurs, these thoughts or sensations are responding to the healing energy. And so part of the healing process, becoming conduits for the healing energy. As the thoughts or sensations, however high or low we ascribe to their energy, also begin to channel the healing energy. And all we have to do to refocus is focus on our heart and our hands, or whatever our chosen meditative focus is, if hands are not possible. Because both work. I like to do the Reiki precepts as part of this process. And I will make another video and audio meditation for that. But for just for now, ask yourself where this healing energy would like to go in your body or in your world. And if it is in your body, allow yourself to place your hands there. And if you would like to place your hands somewhere, but you are uncertain where you would place your hands, I like to place my left hand over my heart and my right hand over my navel. If your attention cannot be directed through your hands, then just allow your mind or your breath or whatever senses are most constructive to that experience to direct the energy into that area. Sometimes by drawing a circle of light around it with our minds, or simply taking a breath and exhaling into that area can work to facilitate, through attention and breath, to make a connection to the energy. If your attention was drawn to a place in the world, just allowing the energy to flow into that thought, maybe taking a breath in, gathering the energy and exhaling. But the point is to listen. Not to try to send the energy, but just to listen and to follow it. Very good. And when you are ready, you will open your eyes. I invite you to stay here as long as possible and pause if necessary. The recording to stay here. What I like to do is do a little dry brushing after I do a meditative experience. So I will take my hands on the top of my body, and the right to the left side, the left to the right side, down the front and the back of the body as best I can touch it to clear the connection to energy. Sometimes I will run a little cool water over my hands and face, just to bring my attention back to the area, focusing on the feet, the hands, the toes, the extremities of the body, the breath, movement. Maybe looking a little distantly and then looking close. Name 5 things in the room. What's today's date? These are all ways to ground yourself, repeating your name, 3 or 4 times, and your birth date. Focusing on minute details can help us to come back to the present moment if we've gone deep. If we were to have used Gassho in a healing experience for someone else or for ourselves, we might have had a shorter practice of that. But for the short of it, for this meditation, that would be the long sit with the Gassho practice. I find that when I do a Reiki session for someone, I've already done my meditation for the day, so I'm not trying to pack that into someone else's appointment. But in using this for someone else, what I'm giving myself permission to do is to achieve that balance and peace within myself, to sense that energy so that I can say, where does this energy wish to go for this person? And then I can proceed from this place of meditation to place my hands where it needs to go. And then I can use this listening meditative practice, even though my hands may be traveling above or on someone's body in a safe and consensual way. It may say to go here or there. And so I started with a contemplative practice. I started with the listening to the energy, and I use that as my way of sort of walking through the whole appointment, right? So to try that with your Gassho experience and see where that takes you. I hope you enjoyed the experience. My name is Scott Smith. I did write this. Actually, this is like a 5th version of this manual, but the first one that's been published in this way. I call it Reiki Spirit. It is a healing manual. It's a healing manual of methods for practitioners. I would use this in an attunement process or in a class, but I think it's also helpful in other ways. And the Gassho experience is in here, as well as advancements in that Gassho and how to use it with your Reiki practice for yourself and other people. It is available on Amazon. If you would like to find out more about me, I am at thesacredother.com is my personal practice website. You can also find me at starandstonellc.com, where I have published the book and some blog articles. And there are various links through both of those portals where you can find me on the Patreon page, on social medias, and in various videos and other things like that, interviews and whatnot. I tend to be a busy person with these things. But this is my primary practice and my full-time occupation. So I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you for watching and listening in. Bye-bye.